ever notice how everybody loves to celebrate the wins, but nobody wants to talk about the losses? Nobody wants to talk about the nights? You sitting there with your head in your hands wondering, how in the world did I get here? See, we've been trained to show the highlight reel, but life ain't just highlights. Life's got bloopers, outtakes, and scenes you'd rather nobody ever saw. Let me tell you something. I've been there. I've been flat broke. I've been sleeping in my car. I've been told you're not good enough. You're too late. You missed your shot. And here's what I know. Your setback is not your finale. It's not the credits rolling on your life story. It's the plot twist. It's the part of the movie where the music gets low, the tension builds, and everybody in the theater leans forward because they want to know how you're going to get out of this dot. The truth is, God loves a comeback story. See, anybody can win when everything's going right, but when you've been knocked down, dragged out, counted out, and you still find a way to get back up, that's when heaven smiles and hell gets nervous. Some of y'all right now are in a place where it feels like everything's falling apart. You lost your job. Your business failed. The relationship ended. The people you thought would be there forever walked away. And you're sitting here thinking, this must be the end. Baby, it ain't the end. It's the middle. And the middle is where miracles happen if you don't quit. Dotsy, a setback is just a setup in disguise. That closed door, maybe it was keeping you from walking into a trap. That person who left, maybe they were standing in the way of your blessing. That job you lost, maybe God needed you free so he could give you something bigger. But you can't. See that when you're staring at the rubble? You gotta lift your head and look for the building that's coming next. I remember being broke and scared, wondering if I was crazy to keep chasing my dream. People laughed at me. Some of them meant well. They just didn't see what I saw. But here's what I learned. When God gives you a vision, he don't show it to everybody else. So stop expecting everybody to understand your fight when they never saw your finish line. And you gotta get this. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every successful person you admire got a trail of failures behind them. Every single one. You think Oprah never failed? You think Denzel never got told no? You think Tyler Perry didn't have doors slammed in his face? Please, the difference is they use the no as fuel. They use the rejection as direction. They let the pain push them into purpose. The valley is where you learn how to climb. You can't appreciate the mountaintop if you ain't never been low. The struggle shapes you, sharpens you, humbles you. And I know it hurts. I know it's lonely. But you gotta understand, there's somebody watching your fight who's gonna believe they can win theirs because they saw you win yours. You can't have a testimony without a test. You can't have a victory without a battle. And you can't have a comeback without a setback. So if you're in the middle of a storm right now, don't curse it. Learn from it. Stand in it. Speak in it. Tell the devil, I'm still here. Here's what you do. Stop asking why me and start asking what's next. Stop replaying what broke you and start rehearsing what you're gonna do when you break through. You gotta see yourself winning before you win. You gotta walk like it's already done. You gotta thank God for doors that ain't even open yet, because faith is the evidence of what you can't see. And I promise you this, the day you come back, you're gonna scare some folks. Some people liked you better when you were quiet, broken, easy to overlook. Your success is gonna make them uncomfortable because it's gonna remind them of the fight they quit on. But that ain't your problem. Your job is to shine anyway. You keep moving. You keep grinding. You keep praying. You keep praising. And when you get your comeback, and you will, don't forget to reach back for the people still in there. Setback. Be the proof that it's possible. Be the reason somebody else says, if they can do it, I can too. Because at the end of the day, your setback was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to develop you. And your comeback ain't just about you. It's about everybody who's watching, waiting for permission to rise again. So go ahead, turn the page. The next chapter is gonna be so good, you'll forget you ever cried over the last one. Asterisk, let me tell you something. Comebacks don't happen in comfort zones. You can't stay in the same place, thinking the same thoughts, hanging around the same people. and expect a different ending. If you want to come back, you're going to have to make some moves that scare you. You're going to have to do some things that make you uncomfortable. See, comfort is a slow killer. It makes you settle. It makes you tolerate less than you deserve. But pain, oh, pain will wake you up. Pain will make you move. That disappointment you feel, that's life saying, it's time to shift. That rejection you got, that's life saying, I've got something better. The most dangerous place you can be is in almost happy, almost successful, almost fulfilled. Nah, I don't want almost for you. I want overflow. I want you walking in rooms knowing you belong there. I want you building something so strong that your grandkids can eat from it. But that's not going to happen if you let your setback define you. You gotta stop calling it the worst thing that ever happened to me and start calling it the best lesson I ever learned. Because sometimes God removes people and situations from your life not to hurt you, but to free you. Sometimes you're holding on to something that's actually holding you back. And let me hit you with this. Everybody won't clap for your comeback. Matter of fact, some folks gonna pretend they don't see it. They'll scroll past your wins. They'll act like they didn't hear your good news. You know why? Because your elevation exposes their excuses. Your rise shows them what they could have been doing. But don't you dare dim your light for nobody. You keep shining because the right people, your people, will cheer you on loud enough to drown out the ones who stay silent. The people who wrote you off are going to need a new pen because God's not done writing your story. That heartbreak you had, it's not your final chapter. That failure you faced, it's just the introduction to your success story. And when you come back, it's going to be bigger, better, and bolder than anything you could have planned. Don't sow here. The challenge: stop waiting until everything is perfect to start again. The comeback begins the moment you decide, I'm not staying here. It starts with a small step, a small change, a small decision to move forward. And if you keep stepping, keep pushing, keep believing, one day you're going to look back and realize the pain that tried to break you became the power that built you, because you are not your setback. You are your comeback. Asterisk.